this, all of a sudden I'm like,
Yeah.
but you know what it is? When I do that, since I'm actually the cameraman and in front of the camera, it's me making sure the camera didn't turn off. Because I've had interviews before too, where like something's happened, the card got full, and so every time you see me do this to the camera, I'm not looking at myself. I'm looking to make sure I still see the record button.
I'm just making love to the camera. It goes like this.
Well, you have #famous blue eyes.
Like that. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
So here I am today with international super porn star Tom Goss. Well, isn't that true? Well, I assume by the way you look.
No, that absolutely right.
There's no judgment here. It's a dog eat dog, man eat ass world.
Did I tell you about the last time I was in San Francisco and at 440?
No.
So I'm talking to this guy.
Tom's not really a porn star, but we'll
I'm not
get
really
to
a
that
porn
later.
star. We'll get to
but
that
he
later.
just looks like one.
So I'm talking to this guy, and he's like, starts asking me this stranger and stranger questions, and then finally I look at him and I go, "Are you trying to ask me if I'm a prostitute?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, yeah." And I was like, "No, I'm not a prostitute. Why would you think I'm a prostitute?" And he's like, "Well, I'm older."
What did he say to make you think that?
I can't remember. It was so weird.
Like how much you charge an hour?
It didn't get to that, but it was leading to that. You know, it was like getting, and I was like,
"You working?"
And yeah, kind of. And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I'm older, and you're younger, and you're talking to me." And I just looked at him, and I was like, "I'm not a prostitute. I'm just from Wisconsin." It was so stupid.
This is the earlier, and I always think of great things when I'm in the shower or taking a poop or washing dishes.
Yeah.
I need like waterproof pads so I can write things down.
Mine happened right before I fall asleep, and then I'm like, and then I like run, and then I can't fall asleep, so I either have to get the idea out, or lay in bed not sleeping all day.
I missed you in P-Town this year because I've seen you the last couple years of
I
P-Town. You used to perform at the Crown and Anchor. You just didn't make it this year.
I didn't make it this year. You know, the funny thing is, it's so far. Like when I was in DC, it was just up the road.
Yeah.
But now I live in fucking Los Angeles, and it is almost as far as you could possibly be and still be in the same country. So it was like when you know, because Rick emailed me about the show, and it just was kind of like I was like, I just don't think I could do it.
Are we supposed to know who Rick is?
Oh, I'm sorry. Rick is the owner of the Crown and Anchor.
Okay. I saw him running around because it was Bear Week, so it was like insane.
Yeah.
But he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy, but I just booked a week-long worth of shows in Puerto Vallarta during Beef Dip.
When is that?
It's in January.
I want to go to Beef Dip.
Beef Dip, like who doesn't want to go to Beef Dip?
I've been to Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But I didn't know Beef Dip. It's like Bear Week or something?
Yeah, it's like a Bear Week.
Links below.
Right there. Oh, there. I love how they're always like, well, there's somewhere.
So in P-Town this year, I really noticed something very funny. There was a really weird like connection. Like I feel like gay men sometimes are just the same as like teenager girls.
Yeah.
And the fact that at any given opportunity, they love to dress like slutty animals.
Oh, for sure.
Because like I thought about that. I was sitting on P-Town on Commercial Street, and I was looking at all the guys. Bear Week. There's Fireman Week, and there's otters and wolves and bears and squirrels and kitty hats. And I'm like, that's the same as like teenager girls at Halloween that love to dress like sluts and put on bunny ears.
Yeah, it's the same. It's completely the same.
And they listen to the same sort of music.
But hopefully, I assume that the teenage girls have less sex.
Yeah.
Like. It's just, I feel like it's just the platform for the sex, right?
Yeah.
Like, who looks the best in a fireman's outfit? Yeah. I want to sleep with that fireman.
Yeah.
You know?
It was just funny. I was looking at this. I'm like, that is very similar. They love to dress slutty.
Yeah.
Which is great. Which is great. Because I sit there, I think that's where I saw you in P-Town last year. I sat there with an ice cream cone just watching people on the street, which is my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Skip the $25 admission to like a party.
Yeah.
Because dance parties aren't my thing. And just eat ice cream and watch everybody. Earlier.
Okay.
And the question is, this is going to be before we talk about your new project. Can a singer these days just plain out be a flat out singer without also being a YouTuber and an Instagrammer?
Absolutely. I mean, you can look.
Just be a singer anymore.
Yeah, look at Sia. I mean, there are definitely.
You can't. She's got her bangs on her face.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. Like I feel like Sia's, and there's a lot of other artists that do this. That's a reaction to the over
saturated. No.
Yeah, like over imagized. I don't know how. I don't even know how to say it. Like so Sia, like if she had her druthers, she would never.
What's the druthers? Is that like the Lady Gaga's Monsters?
No, it's just her had her way. If she had her way,
okay.
Sia would Sia would never exist. Like, you would never see her, even in her little thingamabobber. I'm sure the label's like, Sia, you have to fucking perform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sia would, I think, I don't know Sia.
She's so lazy. She just stands up there and sings, and those girls dance.
Exactly, and it's all about the music. That's the point of the thing, right? Yeah.
Actually, I never looked at it that way.
Because you're so indoctrinated to this idea that we live in, you think it's just a gimmick.
Yeah.
You think it's another Lady Gaga costume when it's not. It's the exact opposite.
Because I have a couple times even tweeted like, enough with that fucking wig.
Really?
I've said enough of it. Yeah. Because
well, now you're
bugs
right.
me.
Now you're
but the bottom line with her, I think she's talented. So I don't care.
Fucking ridiculous.
There are the performers also. They only have the gimmick, but she's ridiculously talented too. There's a gimmick and talent, so that's why I forgive her. I forgive you.
But now that you realize there's nothing to be forgiven for.
Yeah, because I see her on Ellen. It just bugs me more when she's actually not performing, when she's on like an Ellen show and she has that wig.
And she's just talking?
Yeah. Her and Ellen are buddies.
Oh, and then she talks in the wig?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, she went on the show with the wig. I watch Ellen's show.
Well, if you're okay, I'm with you on that one, because if you're actually doing the interview, then at that point in time, it ceases to be about the music, right? Now it's about the image and the person. So wearing the... Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Well, that was just a question, because these days I see like, even with you, I'm gonna say like, I first got to know you as a musician, and then for a while I saw you doing lots of other things. I was like, oh, I haven't seen Tom do music in a while, because you're doing your videos and your travel videos, and so it's just I just didn't know if that's like you have to do all these other things.
No, and I felt the same way. Like, I moved to Los Angeles to do all these different things, and then like I realized like, holy shit, I'm not doing the thing that I fucking love, and that I'm really good at, like the thing that I'm most good at, like
porn.
Porn.
See, I make fun of everyone else for being so sexualized, and I'm the most perverted of them all.
Well, I feel like it's an inside joke. Like my friends, one of my great friends, Liz. You know Liz? She was in Oakland. Yeah.
Liz DeRoche. Yeah.
Liz DeRoche.
I have like two of the same letters in there.
She always makes fun of me because she thinks that she jokes that it's like a con, because I'm actually probably one of the least sexual people.
Yeah, like that is true. After I've met you, I realized that.
Yeah, so I'm just like, okay, I have to take the picture and I have to stand this way, and then I can go back to like being asexual.
Well, it's funny because you're like a good-looking dude, so it's funny to be attractive and non-sexual, because people constantly want to. People constantly probably comment on your Twitter and feed and everything like woof and dude and that armpit and I want to rest my head on your
that armpit. It's
true. You do this, and people go crazy.
People go crazy. You're right. He's right.
And then you also you did your sexy calendar too.
Yeah. Which I'm like back on the diet because I need to reshoot. I put it on for as long as I can.
I only saw one of the two pictures, and knowing you made me laugh a little bit because it's very.
I wish I had an extra calendar. I would send it.
Yeah, I never saw it. It's very like. Sorry. I don't know, not erotic. It's sexy. There's like a sexy pinup.
But it's a sexy pinup calendar, but it's also like very tongue in cheek.
Now we're going to talk. Actually, this is the real reason here. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
And so we don't need to do any more catch up. But you have a new music project coming out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
I'm a musician.
Tom Goss, singer, musician. The first time I saw you, I probably said this, were you and Matt Elber in front of like the White House doing like a
2010
Kumbaya song or something.
Yeah.
It was a good song. It was like a protest song or something.
If you ask me. Yeah, I remember that
song. So yeah, you are living in Los Angeles, living a life.
Living the life.
And you have some new music coming out.
Yes, I got a new record coming out August 2nd. And I'm really excited about it. Like, it's super different. Yeah. It's really edgy. It's definitely like borrowing a lot more rock influence and electro influence and synth influences. And I'm really excited about that. It was like a whole different process because I work with this this producer. His name's Marzim, and I sent him 30 songs. Yeah. And I just said like, you pick. Like, I just gave up control of the songs. Yeah. And my worst fears actually did come true. In that
he picked your least favorites.
They weren't my least favorites, but they were me at my most vulnerable, and me saying things I didn't want to say, or not that I don't want to say, but that I don't want people to hear me say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so he picked half the songs were the songs that I would pick, and half the songs were these songs where I was like, oh fuck, I have to record that now. I have to like speak to that now.
You're like, just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up my own song.
Exactly. So it was super hard and it was great, and I recorded it half the time in Los Angeles at my home studio.
Yeah.
And he's actually a keyboardist in a circus.
Oh.
So he has a studio on a train, and so like it was recorded the other half on a train going from city to city all over the country.
That is very cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's like so many like layers to it. Actually, you sent me unlisted track or like a playlist earlier, and I listened to it. I remember a couple of the songs where it seemed darker.
Yeah,
darker without sad. Maybe a kind of a maybe a little more angst that I've ever heard come from you, because I heard your one album that was really sad.
Yeah.
You wrote
Lost
it.
Sons and Underdogs.
Which I really like, but had to be in the mood. But this one, I felt like there was some more like. There was like some more aggression in it or something.
Yeah, I mean it definitely is like dark and speaks to like a lot of my biggest insecurities or a lot of my biggest regrets or failures or the things that I'm upset about or hurt about.
What is one of your insecurities, Tom?
You know, so there's a song on this record called 13.
Put up a paywall. To find out about your insecurities, buy the album. Paywalls are very important.
They're important.
So your insecurities.
So there's a couple songs that are really, really hard. That's been hard for me. And so I'm gonna preface it by saying this record has been done for 6 months at least. Okay. And I have not been releasing it. I've just been sitting on it.
That's the hardest thing to do.
It's the hardest thing because I've been so afraid of telling these stories. It's amazing. I love the record. It's great. But I'm like, now I have to stand in front of audiences and tell people what the song is about. Yeah. And that's hard.
Yeah.
So one of the...
Because you're a storyteller. I've seen you live, and like you're fun to watch between songs.
Yeah.
To present the song. It's like,
Now I have to tell these stories and tell them well and tell them in a way that I don't like, please don't hate me. You know what I mean? So this song I wanted...
Now I'm really curious about it, like, because you're such a sweet guy. It sounds like there's some things in there that I think maybe a little snappy or
it's hard.
Sassy.
So there's a song on the record called 13. Which is like essentially all of the things that I regret the most about my life, most of them happening in my adolescence, right? So it's like, you know, because remember Jenny Jones?
Yeah.
Remember they had those
sounds in the background.
They're not hearing them. They don't care.
We're in front of the sound.
Yeah, we're in front of the sound. Like our massive lats are blocking the sound.
I love it. See, this is why I get hyper concerned when I'm like behind the camera and in front of the camera. This is why I want to be filthy rich, so I can have someone doing camera work for me. But this goes back to you.
No, that's okay.
But I'll put links for my Patreon page below.
There, click the links.
Or here.
All other places. But yeah, so like, remember those kids in Jenny Jones that were like out of control? Yeah. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
So like the song's all about these things, so it's like me breaking into the elementary school with my friends, me like killing animals, me like beating up my brothers, me, like it's like...
Oh, actually, I'm joking, but I didn't know any of that stuff, so it's interesting.
Exactly, and it's there, like I have to speak to that, because as much as I don't want that to be a part of my story, it is. I did those things.
It sounds almost therapeutic too, because it's like, it's out there, there's no way there's gonna like somehow something's gonna be leaked and everyone's gonna find out and they don't want to, you're just putting it there.
There it is. Like anybody can figure it out. Like, and I've never, honestly, this is the first time I've had this conversation. Yeah. So it's like, kind of like, you know, so thanks for scooting away from me and making my greatest fears like a reality.
Well, no, it's just one of those topics. You're like, you know, you think of someone who maybe killed an animal. Yeah. These weird little kids that draw pictures of beheaded people and like they're like have plans to bomb things.
Yeah, I have no plans to bomb anything. But it doesn't mean that I wasn't super angry and I didn't do that. You know what I mean?
I would have never guessed that on you at all. Not that changes anything or who you are, but it's one of those things, the perception of looking at you like, look at this face, baby face, blue eyes, you know, white. Yeah. I don't know, that just plays in this whole thing. And like, I myself sometimes, beyond the tattoos, I have a really wild past history when I was a teenager of running away and drugs and living on the streets. And people are like, you? Yeah. So it's weird when you have this perception of sometimes the way you look, and then it's different than what the facts are.
Well, it's true, and I think you're right. And the whole point of us existing is to learn and to grow and to connect and to like become our best self that we could be, and that's my goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is why the record's called What Doesn't Break. It's what that's about. Like you do all these things, and you're so close to breaking so many times in your life, and you don't, and you choose, and hopefully you choose the right thing, the right lesson as a result of that to move forward in the right path. People don't always do that, you know?
What's even more interesting is when people know the right thing, but they don't do it. That's a whole nother conversation.
You watch Transparent?
Yeah.
I feel like that's every single episode.
I love that everybody on that show is crazy.
Everybody's broken.
Let me say complicated. Everyone on the show is complicated.
And I feel like they always make the wrong decision. And somehow, like, I still am watching the show.
You're rooting for them, yeah.
You're rooting for them, but they always do the wrong thing. And you're just like, oh, don't do that.
Yeah. All right, so the new album or new music and content is coming out on August 2nd.
It's an album, yeah.
Album's kind of, well, I don't know if it's EP or an album, because a lot of people I don't know, people say EPs or albums.
The new album.
Yeah. What Doesn't Break.
Yeah.
Are there going to be videos following?
Yeah, so there's going to be a new video August 2nd as well.
Your last video, Preacher Man?
Yeah.
Was awesome.
Thank you.
Very good.
The new video, the first video off this album is very simple. Like, it's like great to be like, because my videos just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more expensive.
Yeah.
There's a Patreon link below.
Yeah.
But like for this one, I literally I did it all myself. And it's beautiful and it's gorgeous and simple and it's honest and it's vulnerable. And it's like, well, I hope people get it.
Yeah, it's always a gamble.
It's always a gamble.
Perhaps just take your shirt off.
Oh, and I'm naked in the whole thing. Did I mention that?
All the time. Not all safe for links below here. Through my Patreon page, Beyond the Firewall. See, being gay is awesome. Yeah. And a curse sometimes. Yeah. It's just, and being, I guess, you know what, I can take out gay, just being human. Because a lot of times,
like, San Francisco seems like a town that doesn't care much about age. Is that me?
Yeah.
What's that?
I was just showing the camera that I can still stretch.
like you still got it.
I'm 44, but look.
He still got it. He still got it.
So wait, you were gonna maybe play a song today?
Yeah, I can play songs. I would love that.
One song, two songs.
What do you want? How many songs do you want to play?
How many songs do you want to play? Two.
Two's fine. Perfect.
3. This is awesome. So if you like what's happening and you want me to afford a place that's inside with actually professional audio music equipment, because we're now in the free park outside my house.
Which is a great park.
I love this park. Yeah.
By the Guasantes.
This would be my new series, Cruising in the Park with a Town Bus. Or that's what we're doing. We're cruising
that would
in the
actually
park.
be a really good series, to take the video camera to places where people cruise and like do interviews and like have people like randomly having sex in the background.
Well, I know some.
What would make this funny is that it's not about sex at all.
Oh,
like you should talk about like fucking Tupperware.
Yeah, and someone behind you is all.
Yeah, and you're doing a review of like the latest Tupperware.
And for $19.99, we'll throw in this kettle kit.
Oh my god, that's actually a brilliant.
Well,
that's simple.
All right, so you are gonna play some songs.
I'm gonna play some songs.
You brought your guitar, which is awesome. I love men and guitars. Ever since I was little, I just love men and guitars. I remember David Lee Roth, like as a kid, like in his totally metal hair band, being so turned on by David Lee Roth because of his guitar. I love men and guitars.
Great.
#.com. All right, so I'm gonna go cruise the bushes. I like having you in San Francisco.
I know, I need to spend more time here.
But I like friends in LA, although when I come to LA, my friends are usually too busy to see me, which is weird.
I'm not, text me.
I just have this feeling that people don't like me. I'm really insecure today. I'm really insecure today. I'm not joking. I'm having one of those moments where like, you'd want to say most.
This is a song called Someone Else. You better get out now. You ain't no wounded pussy gonna get out now. Right now your ass got to go. Go on, get out, don't be slow. You know I take the high road, but that won't give me pleasure, so get on now and watch you shuffle on down that road. Tail dragging you low. Lovers never lie unless it's someone else. So I'll save us some time. Now go and fuck yourself. I'm gonna burn all your stuff. Try and come on back and it'll cook you up. I guess I thought we had a home, but all I got is your dirty bones. I'm gonna take control, see that you gone and go it alone. Truth of it is, you could never be good enough to keep the likes of me. 'Cause lovers never lie unless it's someone else. So I'll save us some time, now go and fuck yourself. Well, I think you should know what goes around creeps back on you. Yeah, your cock and your stupid whore, your crooked talk and your useless, jaded, fainted whores. 'Cause lovers never lie unless it's someone else. So I'll save us some time, now go and fuck yourself. 'Cause lovers never lie unless it's someone else. So I'll save us some time, now go and fuck yourself.
Whoa, I don't know if I've ever heard you say fuck yourself before, Tom. That's like the other side of Tom.
So the cool song about this song is I actually wrote it in San Francisco.
Awesome.
Like I was on tour in San Francisco and I woke up like this guy I was staying with had a guitar, and so I wrote it.
Was it about fog and bridges and?
It was about like it's about like waking up after you've had like a first date with somebody or a second date or very early on in the relationship and waking up next to them and thinking like, this feels real. Like this could be.
Your mind starts going into the future.
Yeah, that's what this song is about, and I'm actually hoping to shoot a music video here in San Francisco. So it's like it feels like it's a very like the whole thing's San Francisco to me.
What's the song called?
This is a song called More Than Temporary. One more down, 14 now. Breathe aloud, the simplest sound of you. No, this could be love. It seems like it's something more than temporary. I'm just waking up. It's more than the sun that greets this Sunday morning now. Subtle lips, sweetest kiss, feigning wrist while sinking ships. It's true. No, because of you. Oh, this could be love. It seems like it's something more than temporary. I'm just waking up. It's more than the sun that greets this Sunday morning now. So take a chance on me, and I'll take a chance on you. Before we're just what was. Oh, this could be love. It feels like it's something more than temporary. I'm just waking up. It's more than the sun that reached this Sunday morning. Oh, this could be love. It feels like it's something more than temporary. Oh, I'm just waking up. It's more than the sun that reached this Sunday morning.
Yay. Let me come in and say goodbye to everybody.
Okay, yeah.
This is it. I have always wanted to play guitar or instruments. No, I'm just way too impatient. I've tried learning piano before, it just never happened. So I'm gonna leave the musician.
Do you want to pretend like you're playing?
No. Maybe for like a really fancy photo shoot. Okay, so Tom's album is coming out August 2nd.
August 2nd is called What Doesn't Break.
And this will be coming out soon-ish, and with links galore.
With links galore.
Thanks, Tom. Hug.
Thank you.
Follow Tom on Twitter too. Hashtag Blue Eyes. Hashtag Blue Eyes. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
That was easy.
Yeah.